Meghan Markle posted a bizarre video on her social media yesterday, which sent several people into absolute meltdown. It is the cringiest, most uncomfortable piece of tape I've seen in a long time. I'm sorry, but I'm going to make you watch it.
1 month, 2 month, 3 month, hit the baby mama when I'm stepping through the door.
She's
Yeah, I'm pregnant,
supposedly 9 months pregnant in the hospital room, dancing with a big belly. Harry's there too.
Prince William and Kate Middleton finally have had enough, and now they're stepping in. Rumors about Meghan Markle's pregnancy are spinning out of control, and what William and Kate just uncovered might blow everything wide open. From new strange baby bump clips to royal staff whispers, something isn't adding up. Could Meghan have faked it all? Let's break it down. So it all began when people saw something odd in Meghan Markle's pregnancy photos. Some days, her baby bump looked big. On other days, it seemed much smaller. In one picture, it looked round and high. In the next, it looked low or flat. At first, people thought maybe it was the camera or her clothes. But the changes kept happening. It became hard to ignore. Then came the video that really got people talking. Meghan bent down during an event and her baby bump looked like it folded. The moment was caught on camera and spread all over the internet. People zoomed in, slowed it down, and posted it everywhere. They compared it to other pregnant women and said something felt off. Soon enough, Reddit pages were full of theories. Some said it looked like she was wearing padding. Others said maybe a surrogate was carrying the baby. The term phantom bump started trending online. Many people thought it was fake. Now, the bump didn't look the same in every photo. It would swing or bounce while she walked, and sometimes it looked like it wasn't connected to her body. A few clips showed it moving in strange ways. People began saving the videos and making long posts breaking everything down. Even the way Meghan held her bump made people talk. She often placed both hands over it, even when standing still. Some thought it was sweet, like she was protecting the baby. Others thought she was doing it too much, like she didn't want the bump to shift. Mainstream media started to notice. They didn't say it clearly, but their headlines made it obvious. News anchors called it odd, magazines wrote about the mystery bump, talk shows made jokes. Even though no one said it out loud, the story was everywhere. Now, at the same time, Meghan and Harry stayed quiet. They kept going to events, smiling and waving. But the rumors didn't stop. Each new photo brought more gossip. Each video brought more questions. As the strange rumors around Meghan's pregnancy grew louder outside the palace, things inside were becoming even more tense. William and Kate, who usually stayed out of gossip, couldn't ignore what was happening right in front of them. The public was pointing out inconsistencies, but behind the scenes, the royal couple was starting to see the same red flags.
One of the first things that caught their attention was the timeline. Meghan had announced her pregnancy during a royal tour, and from that point on, nothing seemed to add up. Certain dates didn't match, public appearances and private briefings didn't line up with expected medical progress. William reportedly grew confused by how fast things seemed to be moving, or at times, not moving at all. Then came the whispers about the royal medical team. Normally, royal births follow a very strict process, with palace-approved doctors involved every step of the way. But in Meghan's case, those same doctors were allegedly left out. Instead, Meghan and Harry insisted on using their own team, something almost unheard of in royal tradition. Kate, having gone through 3 pregnancies under public and medical scrutiny, knew how important it was to stick to protocol. So when she heard that Meghan had cut out the royal doctors, she was shocked. Kate, as a mother, started to see things differently. She noticed how Meghan held her bump constantly, how her walk changed depending on the day, and how guarded she became when anyone asked about her due date. To most people, these might seem like small details, but to Kate, they didn't sit right. Even palace staff who were used to handling royal secrets began to feel uneasy. Some quietly spoke to William and Kate about Meghan's behavior, how meetings were missed, how some events were suddenly canceled, and how questions about the pregnancy were met with silence or attitude. These weren't just petty complaints. These were trusted staff who had served the family for years. As the videos and rumors kept spreading online, Prince William started getting more serious about the situation. He began to notice how things weren't lining up. Meghan's bump looked different from day to day. The public was talking, the media had picked up the story, and inside the palace, people were starting to whisper. William knew he couldn't ignore it anymore.
Oh my gosh. Just went out for an auction today. Amy, did you hear that? Oh my god. Should we snap that royal girl?
So Millie's been looked after here, obviously by the advocate.
He spoke to trusted royal aides. These were people who had worked with the family for years. They knew the rules, the timeline, and how things were supposed to go. William asked simple questions. He wanted to know what they had seen, what they had noticed. Some staff admitted that things felt strange. Meghan didn't always follow the usual process. Events were changed last minute. Some briefings never happened. Even the royal doctors seemed left out of everything. Kate was also paying attention. She had been pregnant 3 times and understood how the royal system worked. She started looking at old schedules, comparing photos, and going over the timelines. It was clear something wasn't right. Meghan's bump looked higher one week, lower the next. Sometimes it was round, other times flat. Kate had never seen anything like it.
Guys. Are you gonna let your father see your grandchild, Meghan? Yes, please.
Things got tense inside the palace. Harry and Meghan became more distant. They stopped showing up to family dinners. They avoided long conversations. Meghan stayed quiet during meetings. People felt the mood changing. William and Kate kept things polite, but they could feel the wall growing between them and the Sussexes. At the same time, the palace was in a tough spot. The royal image had to be protected. Any mistake, any wrong story could lead to public shame. If Meghan had used a surrogate and didn't say anything, it would have shocked the whole world. William and Kate knew the truth mattered, but they also knew how much was at risk. Every step they took had to be quiet and careful. Royal experts tried to calm things down. Some said it was all nonsense. Others said they understood why people were confused. A few even hinted at the idea of surrogacy. No one said it clearly, but their tone said enough. News outlets didn't go deep into the theory, but they used soft headlines like "Fans question Meghan's bump" or "Pregnancy talk online." The palace said nothing. They stayed quiet, and that silence made people talk even more. Things were already tense, but behind the scenes, the mood got even worse. Insiders say a private talk happened between Kate and Meghan. It took place quietly at the palace, away from cameras. Kate had stayed calm for a long time, but now she had questions. She wanted answers. Kate had gone through 3 royal pregnancies. She followed all the rules and worked closely with the royal doctors. So when she noticed how different Meghan's pregnancy looked, she started to worry. There were changes in the bump. Some medical steps were skipped. The palace doctors were left out. Kate decided to speak up. The talk did not go well. Meghan felt attacked. She didn't like being questioned. Harry quickly supported her, and the moment turned into a bigger argument. Words were exchanged, feelings were hurt. After that day, things changed fast. Meghan and Harry started keeping their distance. They stopped showing up to family dinners. They didn't attend private events. The warm bond between the couples was now cold. Not long after, Meghan and Harry made a big decision. They stepped away from royal duties. The news shocked the world. People had seen tension, but no one expected them to walk away. Those close to the palace say that talk between Kate and Meghan was the final push. The relationship had been under pressure for a while. That one moment opened a crack that couldn't be fixed. From that point on, everything started falling apart. After leaving the royal family, Meghan and Harry moved to the United States. Some people saw it as a fresh start. They thought the couple wanted peace and freedom. Others believed it looked more like an escape. Too many things had gone wrong, and it felt like they were running from it all.
Back in the UK, William and Kate stayed focused on their royal roles. They didn't talk about the drama. They smiled at events and kept doing their work. They didn't share details with the public. They didn't explain what really happened. Their silence made people wonder. But no one from the royal family says anything. Meghan and Harry moved on with their new lives. William and Kate stayed quiet. When Meghan Markle shared her pregnancy dance video, the internet lit up again. The video showed Meghan in a hospital gown dancing and smiling while heavily pregnant. It was meant to feel joyful and lighthearted, but for many people, it raised more questions than it answered.
One month, 2 months, 3 months, hit the baby mama when I'm stepping through the door. Yeah, I'm pregnant, but I got a ill flow. Trying to make some money, buy some huggies from the snow.
Some viewers said her bump didn't move like a real one. Others pointed out how Meghan looked too active for someone that far along. The clip was shared widely, and it brought back the old rumors about a fake pregnancy. People online paused the video, zoomed in, and analyzed every movement. The words moon bump and prosthetic belly started trending again. It didn't take long before royal watchers and gossip pages picked it up. Theories grew stronger. Some believed the video was proof. Others said it was just another staged moment. Inside the palace, William and Kate were reportedly shocked. According to insiders, they couldn't believe Meghan had filmed something so private and turned it into a public show. Kate found it disrespectful to the royal image. She felt pregnancy was personal and should be treated with care, not turned into a viral clip. William was upset too. He felt it made the family look careless. From the shifting baby bump to the viral dance video, the claims around Meghan's pregnancy continue to shock. Was it all real or something carefully planned? The truth remains unclear.